sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New England Patriots. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And we are underway in Foxborough. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And how about Geno Smith? The number of times we've looked at his career and said, here's something new for him. And that's exactly what we're talking about with his move to Las Vegas after 5 seasons in Seattle. Over 70% last season completion percentage. And the Raiders, they definitely need that type of efficiency in Vegas. And the best part, he has a head coach in Pete Carroll who really believes in him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Off of play action, here's Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Geno going to hand it to Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Tucker. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. The deep to return it is Marcus Jones. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Looking to put a drive together. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Well, a good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Stevenson gets it again on second down.
And he stopped immediately there.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
The slot man in motion right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Officially, they'll call that a 9-yard pickup there, and it leaves them in a good spot here. Second down and inches upcoming.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It finds Douglas complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And they go play action with May. Got a man, Boutte. All the way in. Touchdown, New England. Keyshawn Boutte, 42 yards. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty.
Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Once again, it's Genty.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Play action. It's Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
A run out of the gun with Genty.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Geno. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good.
So the long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Patriots. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Borregales now for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A spectacular return of 96 yards. Great blocking in front of him on special teams as well as he takes it to the end zone. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raiders heading out to take over.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The drive will begin with a run by Genty.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
Tucker hauls it in over the middle.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Las Vegas first down.
Up the middle, it's Genty. We'll get this up to about the 44.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw, Smith.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
That's to the left side, pulled in by Besh.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
To throw is Smith. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Brock Bowers.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the air, May.
He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
They'll throw with May.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
That's good for a Patriots. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw, May.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
From the shotgun, May with it.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Jeremy Chin right there to knock that away.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep for the Raiders is Trey Tucker.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it.
The Raiders offense and Jacoby Myers head out for this next drive. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, It has not worked in this first half. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, it's Genty. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty, 36 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. A nice little juke. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Getting to the ball that time was Jeremy Chin.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing here is May. Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 5. Again, it's Stevenson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's May. And he's got his man on the out route. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Here's Stevenson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Ramondre Stevenson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are able to move back in front.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The extra point now for Borregales.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Smith.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Gino. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd down and 8. Now Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tucker. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. Got his man, it's Thornton.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A run straight ahead with Genty.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Geno now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 20-yard line.
And the Raider first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now it's Smith.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Jacoby Myers, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have moved out in front. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
To throw, it's May. Gets this complete to Butte. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Off the play fake. Here's May. Got a man, Butte. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gibson here running out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll set up a throw. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
An 18-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final shot here before break. Smith.
This is caught by Tucker. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hanson back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
He finds Douglas complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's a 2nd and 8. To the air, May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
They'll throw with May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Patriots. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. They go play action now. May. And the Raiders have got him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, you don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A shotgun snap for Smith. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run with Genty. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Caleb Chase, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Well, the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Looking to put a drive together. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though?
You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing here is May. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for New England. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, May. And Diggs has it. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Again, Stevenson.
Oh, a good move at the 5. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw it.
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Patriots have moved out in front.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Borregales now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the 2nd half. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he was pretty much unguardable in that 1st half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this 3rd quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 7. Gino going to hand it to Genty.
A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Raiders.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the give, Genty.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
On the zone read, a give to Genty.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters have come and gone. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Now Gino.
Completes this one to Thornton.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down, Raiders.
Here's Smith.
Pass complete right side to Bowers.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, a 22.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Genty. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Not what you wanted there. It goes as a sack and a loss of a yard, and now it's 4th and goal. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Trey Tucker from 3 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So the Patriots coming out now. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, it's May. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the draw is Stevenson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's May. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
A run. It's Genty.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
It's this complete to Butte.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
On the counter, Gibson.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Stevenson gets it again on second down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Touchdown! From 6 yards away.
And the Patriots have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. The extra point now for Borregales.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Got his man, it's Thornton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Here's 1st and 10.
Geno down to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Pats have just about sewn up this football game. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Taking it about the 16. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. So here is Geno Smith and the Raiders. Down by 7. A minute 37 remaining. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Smith's going to throw it. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. Smith. Open man is Thornton. He's got it. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20.
Just a critical breakdown defensively turns this into a huge play. And now you've got to get up to the ball and get moving.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Smith to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Smith. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Carlson on for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 5 plays there on that drive.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute. as it kicks away here. Gets around him. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll throw with May. To Henry. Oh, and that a very short gain. They do get a first, but short pickups, not what they're looking for.
Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So it's the Patriots who will have first crack at it as we're back underway here in overtime. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And now out come the Patriots. Looking to put a drive together.
It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Opening drive of overtime. Both teams will get a possession, barring a defensive score. Here's 2nd down. They set up the screen for Stevenson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
The screen does get them 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my number 1 play with my number 1 runner over my number 1 blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting? We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's a loss of 1 yard there, and it's 2nd down. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
He's got space past the 25 and all the way up to the 46. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Here's Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. The defense did its part. 3 points now. All they need as they work on 2nd down.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing now is Geno. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's A.J. Cole now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
New England's offense set to go. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is thrown at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
From the shotgun, it's May. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
He finds Douglas complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now a handoff. Stevenson
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And even 100 yards on the ground so far for Stevenson and a first down.
That's another Patriots. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here.
So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a good time in the Back Bay tonight. The Patriots have won the football game.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.